welcome back to Sponsored September. I have more sponsors than usual this month, and as a creator, it does mean a lot. It really helps us out to be able to continue to do what we do, and I just wanted to thank you all because it is because of you that I have these sponsors. So thank you for the views, the likes, the support, the subscribings and all of that. Just thank you very much for helping my dreams come true. And let's get on to the sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. I am very excited to be sponsored by them again because I genuinely love using their website. They are an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and just get lost in creativity. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and much more. There's so many classes. Some topics that I have been exploring recently have been film and video, personal development, creative writing, culinary classes, and much more. So I've always wanted to have indoor decorative plants, but I kept unintentionally killing them. So I took a class recently that was indoor gardening, grow houseplants, veggies, and herbs with the teacher Edka Chaudhry. Something that I really took away from this is that I don't actually have a black thumb like I always believed I had. I just had no idea how much went into plant care. No one is born with a green thumb, and it takes time and patience to correctly grow your indoor garden. The best part is that Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. I guarantee you're going to find something you like. I know that I found a lot. So with that, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and let's move on to it. Here. To increase potency of the spell, one must include Eye of Newt. Of course. Why do they always do that? And parts. Oh, hello there, dear lost soul. Are you here for a reading? Oh, who am I kidding? Of course you are. And before we start, I know, you're going to ask it. Yes, I am the official castle mystic appointed by the king himself. I've been almost like celebrity around here nowadays. Oh, and others do like to follow up the question with another question, which is, does that make you better than every other mystic in the kingdom? And the answer to that is yes, it does. So if you want the best reading, you're going to have to come to me. So what do you think? I can help you. What's this? Stand still. You are so clouded, covered with negative energy. What's going on here? Yes, you are very much in need of something. A cleansing for sure. I can do it for you. For 5 gold. 5 gold. Oh. Really? friend of the king. Well then, you should have said so. You should have said so. You should have said so. Friends of the king, free readings. Free readings. So sorry about that, assuming that you didn't know him. Let us begin with our reading then, shall we? Go ahead, sit down. Sit down. Make yourself nice and comfortable. Good, very good. Now, for the best possible reading, I'm going to need to cleanse all of this. Tell me, what's wrong? Do you know what's clouding your mind, causing all this fogginess? You aren't sure, you just feel lost. Oh, my dear, my poor lost soul. I will help find you clarity, okay? Just sit back, okay? Generally, I would cleanse you with some sage, but the last time I used sage, I almost burned the castle down, so I have this instead, which is a candle that has essential oils in it. So as it burns, the oils are released. Can you smell it? Yes. So hold still. I'm going to cleanse you with the smoke. Hold still. Hold still. Okay. Hold still. Let's get rid of all this negative energy, all these negative feelings. Let the smoke surround you. Let it surround you. Good. Okay, hold still. This is a holy plant, a very special plant. I'm going to cleanse the area around you. crystals. They have energy in them. That's about all I'm going to explain because otherwise you won't understand. This is very important. Close your eyes. All right. Okay. Now let me I'm just going to get a little closer so that I can pluck out the last little bits of bad energy that was left over. Pull it out. Pull it out. Pluck, 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 pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Speed round. Pluck, 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 pluck. Alright. Just going to just get these last bits. Get it. Good. Okay. Everything feels all better. Do you feel more clear? Less of that brain fog? A little bit. Okay. So it needed to be done before I read your cards so that it is more of an accurate reading, because I need to be able to get deep inside of your heart for this reading, but mostly the spirits that will be doing your reading. Okay. They are the ones that truly know what you need. I am just the interpreter. So I just read the cards, but they choose the cards for you. They are the ones that are trying to tell you the message of what you need to know. Right? And you're the only one that truly knows how to interpret it in the end. Yes? Okay. So I have my cards over here. They've been charging with these crystals. Set these aside. I don't know if you see, but we have the castle. The castle cat is right here. You're very lucky because the cat very rarely comes to the readings. I actually think that she's from the spirit realm and that she is only here for those who truly need her. I know myself that when I'm sad, she cheers me up the most. She always knows. She's the most empathetic out of all of us. I mean, not most animals are. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to begin to shuffle the cards here. I prefer a chaotic shuffling. Okay. Can you put your hand on the cards? Good. Now put your intentions in the cards. What is it that you want to know? What do you need guidance with? Okay? Put those intentions near. Spirits, please help me guide this lost soul with my interpretations. Good. Okay. Another quick shuffle. Alright. Now, tell me where to cut it. Yeah. Okay. Your first card. The Rod of Knights. Interesting. The first card. Quite interesting. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Before we go any further, I would like to add a bit about the suit of rods. They are ruled by the fire element and are all about our creative and spiritual pursuits. Sometimes our passion rages like a forest fire, and other times we struggle to even light the kindling. This suit is here to teach us how to possess this power in productive and imaginative ways. From curtain fixings to machinery parts, rods are integral to many useful inventions, but it is important to remember that they can also be a weapon used to brutalize and punish. Now, if we look specifically at the Knight of Rods, the Knight of Rods is spontaneous and popular and makes a sport out of grand gestures. He is happiest when he has a goal or objective, but if unfocused, he can abandon tasks too easily, leaving unfinished projects in his wake. The Knight of Rods wants you to approach a new project with enthusiasm and a positive attitude. This card asks that you find fun in the mundane, day-to-day dealings to keep things interesting. Interesting. So tell me, is there a project that you've been putting off because you know that it's going to take some time? Okay. Or perhaps you've been putting off day-to-day things like chores, and they've been weighing on your mind. Or there are a lot of half-finished projects you've been working on, a list of ideas that never found fruition. these are all possibilities that only you know. But keep that in mind. So, this reading has to do with all these unfinished projects. Okay, let's see. So, has this been going on for a while now, though? This has been an ongoing issue of yours? Issue concentrating on something? Okay, yeah. So, let's keep that in mind for when we read our next card. I'm going to shuffle. All right. Where would you like me to stop? You? Okay. Let us see your card next. Interesting. The Five of Elixirs. Five of Elixirs. Let's take a closer look. I would just like to add a bit about the suit of elixirs. Traditionally, they are governed by the element of water and represent emotions and relationships. Our feelings are constantly changing, sometimes slowly and deliberately, sometimes quickly and fleeting. In the deck, these cards represent how feelings, personal relationships, and intuition manifest in our lives. While elixirs can be magical and healing, don't get distracted and accidentally ingest poison. Now, when it comes to the Five of Elixirs, this card is about unbelievable sadness and grief. You've experienced a lot of loss in your life, have you? And it feels as though you will never be happy again. But you will, darling. How you choose to deal with this pain determines how quickly you can move on. The Five of Elixirs can also mean that old wounds are bubbling to the surface and holding you back. You're so focused on what has happened in the past that you can't see all the positives that are flourishing in your life. Are you feeling alright? Are you doing okay? It seems you have some past trauma that is holding you back. Past grief, loss. And this is what is causing this stagnant lack of concentration in your life. You don't have enough passion in you for one good project because you keep getting distracted by these old memories, by this sadness. I know that it can feel very much like it will be like this forever. But you have the power to change this feeling. It will never go away. What has happened will always have happened, but how you deal with those emotions, that can change and get better. And you can move on spiritually, emotionally. It doesn't mean you forget what has happened, but it does mean that you can move on with your life. Okay? Because this is causing some obvious struggles in your life. Alright, let's move on to the next card. Now with this next one, let us ask the cards, how it is we can get over this. If there are any tips or anything, or perhaps it can show us the future of. Let's ask the cards. I'm going to shuffle. Okay. Where would you like me to cut it for you? Okay. Let's see. The suit of coins. And it is the 9th suit. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Now, health and money matters are ruled by the suit of coins, and they are supported by the earth element. We are more than just our thoughts, emotions, and spirit. We are also physical beings. Your work, body, and long-term goals are the focus of this suit. They carry the stable and grounding energy in our lives. While the coins buy us things we need, be careful not to get too caught up in the materialism and end up bankrupt. You are overflowing with positivity and abundance while in the realm of the 9 of coins. Nothing can bring you down because your self-esteem is at an all-time high. The 9 of coins wants you to look at the fruits of your labor with pride. You have achieved financial security, emotional fulfillment, and good health. If this card appears when you are feeling lost and confused, that is you. It does so to serve as a reminder that the greatest investment you can make is in yourself. So as you can see, this card is very good to have. Okay? It's a reminder that if you take time with yourself and you heal these wounds, that you are going to come it's going to come back with positivity and abundance, right? A lot of abundance, actually. You're going to be overflowing with joy once you work past this part, alright? Of course, it won't just happen. You have to actively make this change in your life, okay? So, we need to work on some things, yes. I'm going to ask the deck if there's anything specific they'd like to tell us about how to get there. Okay. Now, of course, if it doesn't turn out the way we want it to, it doesn't turn out the way we want it to. Sometimes it's not going to tell us exactly, what we want to hear. Sometimes it tells us things that we don't want to hear. But so far, it's been good. We've learned a lot about ourselves, okay, that there are some negative things going on that perhaps caused all that cloudiness and negative energy, but that the outcome is very good. Now, please tell us, how do we get to this spot of overflowing positivity and abundance? Do you have any advice on the subject, or can you tell us about the journey, what the journey will look like? Okay, make your decision. What card Alright. Another coin. This one is the coin of queens. The queen of coins, queen of queens, queen of coins. Let's take a closer look. The queen of coins. Whether her passion lies in business, the home, friendships, study, or all of these things, the Queen of Coins pulls it off without breaking a sweat. Her overbearing nature, however, means she has the tendency to share her opinion, even when it isn't needed or wanted. This card grants you the ability to make things in your life more beautiful and more serene. Be careful not to confuse material items with love. Having a pretty and comforting space is good for productivity, but going overboard with spending will cause unnecessary stress. Interesting. So, as we work on ourselves and our feelings, getting over this sadness, this grief, the cards are telling me that making your surroundings pretty and beautiful and serene will be very helpful for your productivity. Now, does this mean, what's the word? When you buy things to make you happy, a therapy through buying things? Yes. Perhaps we need a little bit of retail therapy in your case. You have not been taking care of yourself, okay? Maybe do something for yourself. Buy something for you. Though don't go overboard. That is all. That is all it's saying. So it doesn't seem to be giving me too much into how to get there, or too much of the journey to get there, other than to maybe spend some time on yourself, treat yourself a bit, don't spend too much, but maybe clean up, which is hard because a lot of, again, with the first card, remember, with the Rod of Knights, we're having a hard time getting through these little tasks. So throughout our day, we're having a hard time with chores. We keep getting stuck in the middle of our chores. We're not finishing them. So I'm thinking that this is telling us that, along with some retail therapy, maybe we want to work on finishing some of these chores here and there, little by little, if we can. And it's going to help us feel less foggy, less cluttered, and you're going to feel more clear and cleansed and bright. And it's going to help us make our way to that last card, the 9 of coins, that overabundance, that happiness, the overflowing joy. So getting there is by taking the baby steps, right? Baby steps. Maybe it's doing one load of laundry, or maybe just wiping down a counter, or just doing some of the dishes, right? But we make sure that we do it to fruition, right? And then eventually everything will be nice and uncluttered, and our mind will be free to deal with what's going on in here, or the outside stresses. Gone. Easier said than done, I know. But remember, baby steps. And another thing we need to do is make sure that once we complete a step, to stop and remind ourselves of how proud we are of ourselves for doing that very thing. We need to remember how amazing we are and be proud of ourselves, right? feel like I'm perhaps going a bit overboard, over explaining when I don't even really know the situation, but okay. Do you feel any better? Would you like me to continue on with more cards, or okay, you understand? Alright. Then I'll get back to this and you can go do your thing. I'll let the king know that I did a good job on your reading. And of course, lastly, thank you, my dear lost soul, for coming in today. Thank you for allowing me to delve deeper into what makes you, you. Okay? Thank you for sharing your hardships with me and allowing me to share some solutions with you. Right? It's hard to open ourselves up. So anytime you need another reading, please let me know. I'll be here. If there's one specific thing that you need some guidance on, or a question, or maybe you need some clarity on something, who knows? I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Okay. Alright, I'll let you go. Bye bye bye.